Hey everybody on YouTube. I'm on Toten for BO4, and I've gotten out of bounds in theater mode. It took a lot of work to do because I don't know how to normally get out of theater mode in BO4. But, like, here's the entirety of the main map. I'm up high enough and it kinda, I think it took all the snow away, or it took the lighting away from it. See, now you can see it's kinda more, grayed out. Yeah, there's all the map. There's this little area out here that I kind of looked into before, like, I started recording, and I kind of just want to show what's on the other side. This area is like fully like made and all that, so I feel like we're supposed to get out here. There's like this little swimming area. They try to make it look like it has different paths, but it's really just one. And eventually you come through up here, and there's Mars. And then there's a boat on a weird little dock just out on this island. Over there you can see where the normal map is. I don't know what that black thing is. I think it's just the textures messing up. But yeah, for some reason Mars is like right there. And there's just this little boat. The boat you can't go through. So it's fully textured and all that. I don't know the purpose of it, because the Easter egg has been solved, but I don't remember seeing this in there at all. So I don't know if maybe it has something to do with that, or if maybe this is just something that was cut. Because they obviously had to put limitations on the last couple maps, because I don't think their budget was as high as it was on the previous ones. Yeah, this whole area out here has like all the invisible walls that you would expect. You know, obviously not as much as it would. You see, like, the floor is solid, which means more than likely the player is supposed to be able to come out here. I don't know how the player would get out here. It's not that far from the map. You can probably see this from in the map. You have a sniper, maybe? Yeah, if you have a sniper, you might be able to see it from the facility. I don't know. But I don't know how you're supposed to get out there. It might have already been figured out. I don't know. Now I'm gonna go over here and see if there's anything on these. I went past them earlier and they kind of just looked like normal, chunks of ice. Yeah, it doesn't really look like anything special is going on over here. Just looks like the typical off in the distance background stuff. I'm actually gonna check out. When I flew above, I didn't really see much of anything out here, and knowing Treyarch, they don't really put a lot of stuff outside the map that wasn't originally supposed to be used within the map, because they like to save on space. There's some pylons out here, which lead, yeah, to the facility. There's also another pool out here. Can we get to this? Just looks like normal water. Let's look at this little area. If you go up high enough, you should be able to just like float over the barriers. I don't know. Maybe you can't do it up here. I don't know what this is for. I would assume part of the Easter egg, or a side Easter egg maybe, I don't know. It is weird, the crazy amount of restrictions you have when you go in the map, though. You really can't go anywhere. There you can see spawn. See Pack-a-Punch. See one of the boats. Then of course, if you go high enough, you should be able to get over that. I was able to get onto this earlier. I don't know why I can't now. Yeah, there's Golden Pack-a-Punch. I was able to get there earlier. Here's the other boat. And then you have the original spawn for Call of the Dead. See the facility. See all the lighthouse. All the little in-between areas. Literally the easiest way I think to get out of the map is on that side. There is a bunch of rocks and stuff that you can kind of just fly out of the map through. I don't know, I kind of did a lot of weird stuff to try to get out of the map, but if you can get out far enough, you should be able to just float straight down and just go down as far as you can and just move way, way out of the map. And then eventually you'll be outside of it. And you can look around and do whatever you want. Some more pylons over here. I wish they'd do like they used to, like in the older Call of Duties, they would hide a bunch of stuff outside of where you're supposed to be. I do think it's cool getting to kind of explore the map this way, because it kind of makes you look at it differently, because you realize that the map's not that big when you can kind of just go wherever you want. Here's what I'm going to show. If you go far enough down, eventually it just stops you. And there's like this little ground area you can go on. What are these? I don't know what this is. Oh. This is the facility. Obviously not all of it's gonna load, if any of it, because you're not supposed to be back here. Yeah, so it kind of craps out when you're not supposed to be looking at this, so they don't really bother making it look nice. But if we go back to my character, who is looking stupid, and we go high enough to where we can kind of just go through here, we can get a better look at the hermit, who's over here. And if we bring up this menu, we go to director, hold on. You can see him. It's a completely new character model as far as I can tell. Or new design. All the character models are the same, but I don't know who it is, because again, I haven't really seen the Easter egg, so I would assume it's Pablo Marinez, but I don't know. Yeah, you can do that in director's mode if you place... If you take on the stairwell when you're in theater mode, you can move through a certain part of the stair. Yeah, right here. Which is behind. If you do it right, I kind of messed it up. If you come up here, you can be behind the barrier. Not far behind, but you can just kind of place it. And you want to make sure you're placing it straight forward. And then you want to take... And you want to get out of this by flying back down, going up the stairs, going out the door, floating up the lighthouse, and when you come up here, go over the railing, through one of these walls, not the doorways, because you can't go through the doorways. But if you go through the walls, you can creep in here and then just set another camera looking straight forward about here, and then go to the timestamp before, because if you're in director's mode, it'll show these little yellow diamonds, and that's the timestamp of where you've set a camera. And if you set two cameras, it'll take and go... it'll flow between both of them within that time. So you can take and kind of go through that by holding X. And then it'll do this, and you can kind of just pause and unpause until you're like right in his face, basically. And you can kind of look at him. I mean, he's nothing special. He's just some dude who pees in jars, so... You know, it's nothing crazy. Also, one last thing. I thought this was funny. There's a sock puppet of a Richtofen out here. So, yeah. That's all I'm going to do because I'm tired and can't remember if there was anything else I wanted to show. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. And goodbye.